Coming up on UCF Nightly News.
Knight's Pantry continues to help UCF students. Stay tuned to find out how the organization is helping despite social distancing.
From 3D arms to face shields, find out how one Orlando-based organization, Limitless Solutions, is fighting against COVID-19.
And find out how gas prices are changing during COVID-19. Nightly News starts now.
Good afternoon, and welcome to UCF Nightly News. I'm Charlotte Tratner, and today is Wednesday, April 15th, 2020.
A UCF music professor is behind bars for attempting to meet a teenage boy for sex, according to his arrest report. Seminole County officers also wrote in the report that Laszlo Morosi used the gay dating app Grindr to contact the minor back in March. The report also says the teen's profile said he was 19, but he had disclosed his true age to Morosi. The 59-year-old professor was taken into private custody after making suicidal statements. After he was released, he immediately turned himself back in. Morosi is currently being held without bond and is on administrative leave from UCF. His first trial is scheduled for June 6th.
UCF has a new president. Dr. Cartwright addressed Orlando media for the first time on Tuesday. I sat down with NSM News editor Jason Beatty to discuss Dr. Cartwright's plans for UCF's future.
We asked him about, how can he leave Missouri in the middle of a pandemic? And he was quite honest. He said, if I felt like things weren't going to go well to my university at Missouri, I wouldn't have left. And he was pretty honest about that. And, I think all of the topics we touched on, you could tell he wasn't just generally answering. He was really caring about UCF, really caring about the students, the faculty. And I think the message that, we took away from it, from everything he said, was rather than looking at the issue and going, oh no, what are we going to do? He saw this as an opportunity to take advantage of and innovate and be the leaders in the forefront, being one of the leading universities to, come up with innovative ways to teach classes online, come up with innovative ways to do, he talked about group projects and how to, do those classes that aren't normally online, to do them online. So I think everything we touched on was really important. I know we have the video for that. We might post that or you guys might post that, but it was a really informative conversation we had with him.
Make sure to tune in to tomorrow's newscast to learn about Dr. Cartwright's plans for the minority and Latino groups on campus.
Let's take a look at today's coronavirus updates. The Florida Department of Health released new numbers this morning that show there are now 22,000 cases in the state. Here's how those numbers break down locally. In Brevard County, there are 164 cases, an increase of 8 from yesterday. The number of deaths and hospitalizations stay put at 6 and 40 respectively. In Orange County, there have been 18 additional cases, raising the total number to 1,051. Orange County also sees an increase in both deaths and hospitalizations. In Osceola County, there is an increase of 10 cases, bringing the total to 353. Hospitalizations increased by 5 to 107 total, and deaths remain at 5. In Seminole County, the number of cases rises to 281, a surge of 7 from yesterday. Total deaths and hospitalizations stay the same. And that is your coronavirus update.
Limitless Solutions, which makes robotic prosthetics for children using 3D printing technology, is now printing face shields. When the COVID-19 global pandemic broke out, the company switched gears, making face shields to help protect medical workers and first responders. Co-founder Albert Monero said the needs of the medical community quickly pushed his team to make this transition.
What we've heard from our partners is that they've had requests for over 300,000 face shields. And so that definitely speaks to the volume of need.
Kara Hartage, a local nurse and UCF alumna, said the efforts of organizations like Limitless Solutions are bringing hope to medical workers.
It means a lot to us that the community is coming together and showing their support for those of us in the healthcare system to try and fill in the gap where some of our organizations cannot.
Limitless Solutions is taking their efforts a little bit further by inscribing each piece of personal protective equipment, like these, with a personalized message. The intention? To show appreciation to our first responders and medical workers.
And so we've actually written using the 3D printer, of course, 4 different versions. And so one of them says hope, another says love, one says compassion, and one says thank you. And we hope that that's just a little pick-me-up for the person donning the shield.
Limitless Solutions hit their 200th mask milestone earlier this week and will continue production. In Orlando, Kayla Verano, UCF Knightly News.
Knight's Pantry is serving the UCF community during COVID-19 pandemic. They are doing curbside pickup to protect their staff and students. Students will fill out a form online to request a to-go bag. The form lets students request the items they need and the time to pick up their bag. Knight's Pantry Assistant Manager Elias Valentin says, Knight's Pantry plans to stay open during the pandemic to help those students who are having financial issues.
And there's, lots of students that might not be able to pay rent at this time either, or pay their car payments, or, any other different types of, financial distresses that they may be currently in. And so I think the Knight's Pantry really, now more than ever, is playing a large role in alleviating some of those costs.
Knight's Pantry is open Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. for the rest of the spring semester. For more information, you can check out their Instagram or Facebook at KHK Pantry.
Students who lived on campus are still waiting for housing refunds to be dispersed. We are talking with international students this week who are still living on campus in the towers. Some global students are unable to return home because of travel bans in their country. Make sure to watch our next newscast to find out what UCF is doing for these students.
Gas prices are cheaper than they have been in years, yet Floridians have nowhere to go due to the statewide stay-at-home order. The national average gas price has dropped to the lowest it's been in 4 years, according to AAA. The average price in Orange County has fallen to $1.79. According to AAA, the decline is due to COVID-19's crude oil price war between Saudi Arabia and Russia. In a press release, AAA announced they expect gas prices to keep dropping because of cheap crude oil and people being forced to stay at home. In Orange County, I'm Kai Rodriguez, UCF Knightly News.
Although one Harvard study shows that strengthening our immune system is not a one-size-fits-all ordeal, it does tell us how important it is that we do strengthen it. UCF alumna and registered nurse Rochelle Rollins says that watching what we eat is crucial to staying healthy.
A balanced diet is very important as well. Portion sizes matter. Monitoring your weight matters. It's okay to ask for help because a healthy diet and a healthy weight is important to keeping your immune system strong as well.
Rollins also says that following the CDC guidelines is also very imperative to stop the spread of the coronavirus. College of Health Sciences instructor Valerie Schultz says that these are the top 5 foods students should implement into their diets and daily routine.
With students in quarantine, it can be easy for them to eat anything in sight. But to maintain a healthy diet, experts say we should stick to these foods and vitamins.
Senior political sciences major Kaja Damon is one of many students who's been impacted by the virus, but she says she is staying healthy one hand wash at a time.
Practicing excellent hygiene, washing my hands for the full 60 seconds, and taking supplements like vitamin C and vitamin D to make sure that my immune system is boosted in the sense where it's protected from respiratory effects.
The UCF Health Center is helping students stay healthy and informed during this COVID-19 pandemic by providing virtual services for students who may need to speak to a healthcare provider. In Orlando, Hector Garcia, UCF Nightly News.
Eating healthy isn't the only thing students can do for their health during COVID-19. The Centers for Disease Control suggests that cleaning our phones is also very important. UCF Nightly News reporter Fritz Farrell shows us the correct way.
Some of you may find yourselves wearing face masks and gloves and washing your hands more often to protect yourself from germs. But something you may overlook are the germs on your phone. The CDC recommends that we disinfect our phones tablets, and other touchscreen devices. Apple shared a few tips on its website on how to disinfect without damaging the coating on your phone. First, power down your device and unplug it. Then use a slightly damp, lint-free cloth like the ones that come with glasses and warm soapy water to clean your phone. Or you can use alcohol wipes that have 70% isopropyl. These are oftentimes found in first aid kits. Make sure moisture does not get into the openings of your phone. Do not use paper towels or cleaning agents as they are abrasive. Finally, a way to keep your phones clean while protecting it is to use a phone case. Hopefully, you have more personality than I do, and wipe that down instead. Once you are done, pop your case back on. After you take off your gloves, be sure to wash your hands and do so often. In Orlando, Florida, Fritz Farrow, UCF Nightly News.
Finding love in the middle of a pandemic might be more likely than you think. New data shows more people are using dating apps to stay connected. Popular dating app Bumble reports a 21% increase in messages sent on the app last month. Bumble says app use is highest in COVID-19 hotspots like New York City and San Francisco. Bumble CEO Whitney Wolfe Herd is urging users to stay home and video call their matches instead. According to a poll from the dating app Hinge, 70% of users say they're interested in going on digital dates during the coronavirus outbreak. Hinge rolled out a date from home feature so users can arrange virtual dates off the app. In Melbourne, Florida, Katie Sivko, UCF Nightly News. One of the best ways to fight those quarantine blues is by getting your blood pumping. One UCF student and her family started a competition in their spare time. Whoever moves the most wins.
Dozens of companies are offering free online classes for people at home during quarantine, but one UCF student's family is taking it a step further.
So my mom, brother, and I decided that we would give each other an amount of money for each mile we walk. So because my brother and I are more active than my mom is, we get $2 per mile and she gets $4 per mile.
The Agri family uses their smartwatches to track their steps and how many miles they've moved each day.
Well, at first I was doing well. The first day I went out and ran 8 miles. Then I didn't run for 3 days.
Oh.
It turns out you can't do that. You can't just run 8 miles.
Health experts say staying active boosts your mood by increasing levels of dopamine, norepinephrine, and serotonin.
When I'm not doing that, all I do is lay on the couch and watch Riverdale right now. But yesterday I walked 3 miles to our country club and back, and I've been swimming a lot more because Apple Watches are waterproof.
If you're looking to stay active while you're staying inside, check out Orange Theory's website for free classes online every day. In Orlando, I'm Easton Underdahl, UCF Nightly News.
In a time when we physically can't be together, one TV show is uniting us all.
Over 34 million people have seen the Netflix docuseries Tiger King. The show, which centers on Joe Exotic, has flooded social media with conspiracy theories and memes. UCF film student Valentina Duarte says popular television has the power to make people feel less alone during the pandemic.
It gives us all something in common, something that we can talk about and joke about and bring up more serious topics about. Something like that gives everyone an excuse to start up these conversations and make everyone feel less lonely.
Duarte says she watched Tiger King with her friends on Netflix Party. The free service allows for shows and movies to be streamed remotely so friends and families can watch together. You can stream Tiger King exclusively on Netflix. Reporting in Coral Springs, Florida, Peyton Maciejewski, UCF Nightly News.
UCF theater students say they are feeling disappointed knowing they won't get to take their final bow. UCF College of Arts and Humanities released a statement announcing theater shows and events cancellation on March 13th. UCF Celebrates the Arts, Urinetown, and Project Spotlight were all affected by the cancellation. Project Spotlight is a student-run show where they can act, direct, produce, and tech one acts. I spoke with Project Spotlight's artistic director, Cassidy Pierce, over Zoom, asking her how the theater industry is affected during the outbreak.
But unfortunately, one of the most impacted industries of COVID is entertainment, and theater specifically is really difficult because theater relies on getting a bunch of people in the same room together, and that's just not feasible at this moment.
Pierce says Project Spotlight is working on ways for students to still showcase their work. Some shows, such as The Underground Game, are having public scene readings on Zoom. Pierce says she hopes they can find a way to showcase everyone's work. In Orlando, Charlotte Tratner, UCF Nightly News.
Now let's take a look at today's weather forecast. It is currently 84 degrees outside with a 50% chance of rain. Scattered thunderstorms are developing this afternoon, so if you're planning on taking a walk, make sure to bring an umbrella. Tonight, it is cooling down a little with a low of 67 degrees. There's a 30% chance of rain and mostly cloudy skies starting at 9 p.m. Tomorrow, we will see cooler temperatures with a high of 69 degrees and a low of 66 degrees. There's a 60% chance of rain with occasional rain showers throughout the day, so keep that umbrella handy. Now we'll go to our nightly news sports update.
The NFL Draft will not be held in Las Vegas this month, as COVID-19 concerns have pushed the league from moving the draft on stage to online.
All 32 teams are adapting their draft preparations after Commissioner Roger Goodell informed teams of his decision through a league-wide memo. Goodell instructed teams to dedicate personnel and resources toward preparing for a fully virtual draft, meaning teams will send in their picks through video calls with the league. ESPN's Ian Rappaport said prospects will have a virtual moment created by EA Sports. ESPN will show prospects walking across a virtual stage to meet the commissioner, and a high school of their choice will receive a $2,500 grant to their football program.
That's our time for today. Thanks for joining us. Remember, you can always keep up with nightly news during the week on our YouTube channel, UCF Nightly News. And if you've got a story idea you want us to know about, send it our way to nightlynewsucf@gmail.com. Thanks for watching and have a great day.